The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
And walks and like runs away.
Also, never forget, if death does let you challenge him to a game to keep you from dying, you always choose D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't end.
Right.
Listen, boss, you know how I let each mortal play a game with me to determine if they live or die?
XKCD,
Yeah. Well, this guy is pulling out another fucking book.
Yeah, I love that meme. That was my favorite one. It's just D&D books all piled up beside him.
Yep.
His boss is like, okay, you're running the Apocalypse Stone adventure. There you go. It's over.
Exactly. It's over.
But since he's unfamiliar with the concept of D&D, they let
the player choose the adventures, and he just keeps picking the easy ones.
You think Death's running the GM table, or do you think you let the player take the DM table and he has to play?
That depends on how smart the player is, because if they're the ones choosing the DM, then they can
the modules
extend it.
In the traditional trope, it's usually Death hosting whatever game that they play.
Right.
So, I don't know. Not all hosts are DMs. Regardless, hello everybody. Welcome back to Ghost of Saltmarsh. Someone looks very cold. And I feel very sorry for them because they look super.
My main theme is oh, you mean her?
You're not alone, Callie. I have a heated blanket on.
When we last left off, the party is trying to figure out a murder mystery where there's a guy called the Lantern Ghost, and he apparently a serial killer around the town of the Styes. Known because the very few witnesses that saw him before he got caught was a man carrying a lantern with a dagger in the other hand, going away from the scene. They caught the man. They executed him quite quickly. But that's not the problem. The problem is he might have been innocent. And the group is trying to figure out if he was innocent or not, or what more is going on, and they're pretty sure there's a lot more going on. Seems to all point towards this Mr. Dory fellow, one of the 4 council members that runs stuff. Both Josul and Bryn have had history in this town. Josul more from a mercantile standpoint, and Bryn from a more personal standpoint. Regardless, the group decided to set up for the night, and since this town was pretty much Detroit, they super fortified their rooms for the night, and as they finish, they hear dying in the streets. So they explode their tavern to get to whatever this happened at, quite literally. And, well, at least one wall. And they find a dead person, and they eventually find the culprit. The culprit wasn't a person at all, but these weird water tentacle creatures that seem to grab people and engulf them inside them. Then they fought him in the rain. I believe Kade was up on the roof of the warehouse as you guys were heading that direction to look around when this combat happened. A bunch of fighting happened. It ended with everybody on the ground floor. I think both Kade and Bryn were inside these water things for a bit, but luckily everyone in the party has water breathing, at least in some way or another, so they were fine. And we start right after that. The group also, oh yeah, another thing to add. The group went to the asylum before going to the warehouse that the killer was at. And he had a bunch of mad scribblings on the walls. And a few people got levels of exhaustion just because of how horrible the conditions were inside the asylum. That it just exhausted you from being inside. And recognized drawing of an aboleth. And there seemed to be like some other creature that had big tentacles, and there was like a swirling sign. And they aren't exactly sure what that spiral is supposed to be. But regardless, it was bad news, and they're pretty sure that these creatures are probably tied to this aboleth. And then that's where we start. So, post-combat, just post-combat. Everybody knows that aboleths are bad news. They have like a horrible mucus that causes like a disease and stuff.
Thanks to, I think, like what, Axel or Abby or someone who succeeded their check in saying what it was.
I think Sekald.
Sekald, that's right. Sekald.
Because the wizard, it makes sense.
I knew somebody did. I was like, wait, somebody knew what it was.
Well, actually, both Sekald and Axel, I think, made their check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was a couple people.
But I am in a better position to do something about it, so I will immediately go over and use some lay on hands to heal my allies who are being digested by the goo.
Okay, so you do it to both
I
Katie
think it was
and Bryn?
just. I think
I'm
it
all
was
good.
just Bryn because Katie's immune to poison or
Well,
disease.
Then Katie will get a hearty thumbs up, but Bryn will be offered a nice healing handshake.
That's 5 points.
That is 5 points.
Sorry,
for
I don't
the
know if
healing
anybody else is
disease and
listening
as much
to
extra
Siren.
points as she would like to have healed
What's the matter?
up to a limit.
I don't know if anybody else is listening to Sirenscape, but
Oh,
some
no.
fucking piano thing just went off. It was terrifying. I did not. That was that was
I
not.
haven't
cool,
opened it in a
Sirenscape.
while. I might have to do that.
Yeah, I didn't have it open.
Whew.
I've got 40 points of healing.
It was
I can
one of
dole
those
out, so.
like bang on the piano thing scares. That was not okay. I'm all right. I vaguely remember somebody taking a dickload of damage. Does somebody want some heals?
Katie looks a bit bruised.
A bit bruised.
Yeah, so
only
like,
only
Brown.
about 55 hit points.
the lay on hands is not just for poison, it's for healing too. So
For-
you want
I think it can do one or the other. It can either heal you or
but you can do alternate ones on consecutive turns.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
like I have to just.
no, yeah.
We got a
Just
we got a
let's not
heavy
use all our resources. We got to go in there still.
we got a
I-
heavy
okay.
like London rain going on right now too. So everything's
okay,
very
well-
gray and it's raining.
What were you saying, Sekald?
I'll let Abby focus on Katie and Bryn. How much down, like HP, are you?
Out of my internet connection is unstable. Out of 91, I have 52 right now.
Okay, so like, how much healing would you like? Because I can give you up to 35 points, but that's my whole lay on hand stock. So
Keep a little bit. Just in
don't-
case something happens to me.
Don't give me a lot.
okay, how about 15 plus a heal, like a cure disease?
Okay.
I'll take that as okay. So I'll deduct half my points, and you are cured of your aboleth slime skin
I'm
shit.
going to spend a 5th level spot to heal Katie.
Can I ask you one tiny little favor?
Ooh.
Hmm?
Don't ever use the phrase "took a dickload of anything" at any given time.
Literally
Yeah, no
everybody
promises.
smiles after you say that.
No promises.
Just saying. I mean, that's kind of how you're in the situation you're currently in.
This isn't retro. This isn't.
I wanted to make that joke so bad the other day to I. Okay, so 5th level heal to Katie. So
Hey, Luke. Hey, in chat.
yeah.
Luke
Hi,
and chat.
Luke.
Yeah, it's never safe to go back in the water.
Is Luke going to be joining us on the Sands of Morkios campaign, or is he not in that one?
Who knows?
That's up to him.
Has he been made aware of it?
If that's his choice to join, I have slots open.
Katie, that is 31 hit points.
Very nice. It always feels nice and warm.
And how's Bryn doing?
I just got healed a little bit, so I'm doing okay.
It's such a bummer that I already used my channel divinity. Yeah, do you want another tap, Katie?
I mean, I'm okay. A little bruised.
I'll give you another, at least like a level 1. Because we don't know what we're gonna run into in there. That is 11 more.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So Luke said, quote, if someone mentioned me, I was busy dying loudly in Elden Ring and didn't hear it.
Nice.
Nice. They were talking about the upcoming Morpheus game that Blake's always talking about.
Yes.
I do talk about it a lot. I apologize to everyone who's sick of hearing about it because I'm
Not
not
at
going to
all.
stop until I start it.
frankly, I am like more excited about Will as a character than I have been in a long time, just in terms of creative process.
You're not the only person who's excited about their character. So is Alt and Callie to
So
play
I'm
their
really,
characters.
I'm
And so
really
they-
looking forward to seeing the bullshit.
I'm
we've
pretty
done.
sure Sage is as well.
Also, we've been getting like badass character commissions done. So like we all have like this really spooky movie poster going.
Everyone
going on.
picked Gothic art for their characters. It's great.
Oh,
they
is that
didn't
what that
even-
is?
Everyone picked Gothic art for their characters and didn't plan it or talk to each other. And all of a sudden, everyone picks Gothic art.
I kept
Everyone's
seeing
characters
it and
Gothic
forgetting to
clothing.
ask.
Oh, it's perfect.
And the most
Anyway.
hilarious part is that it's a Western setting.
That's what makes me laugh so hard. Everyone's wearing black and it's sunny in the sand.
I mean,
Anyway,
not that uncommon.
Travel at
no,
night
it's
in the
not.
desert. You know that.
but yeah, that's the smartest thing to do anyway.
Anyway, so we've healed each other up a little bit. Are we gonna try and sneak into this warehouse now, or?
Hey, you're all flying right now, right? I saw a bunch of people flying over here through the puddle.
Not for super long.
Well, it's a good time to go up in that boat.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
otherwise you got to make your way through or climb. I mean, I'll just walk up a building. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Flying
Excuse me
and
while
the
I try to
fact
figure out how long fly lasts.
flying and the fact that we
minutes.
just had combat outside, and I know that thunderbolt or that lightning bolt is probably waking several
It's-
people up around the block.
The duration.
It's
on the fly is an
raining
hour,
tonight. They
right?
think it's a storm. It's
minute?
fine.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Oh, well, shit. I mean, it wouldn't have taken us that long.
No.
We've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We
I
probably
couldn't
have enough
remember
time to
whether
keep
it was
fly
1
on
minute
during
or
the next
10
encounter
minutes.
if we hustle.
I do remember.
I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 10.
I do remember. I think Saul had to deal with the innkeeper who complained to them
Yeah,
about
that
blowing up the wall.
I didn't say anything to anyone else, and I paid off the innkeeper for the damage done to the wall,
I
and
think it
has
was
not
20
said
gold.
anything to anyone. Yeah,
21. 20
21
gold to pay
Right.
to fix the wall, 1 gold to keep her mouth shut.
Right. Yep. And that's exactly what Josul did. And he didn't say anything to anyone else about it. I think the only thing I said was, we can't go back to that inn. We just blew up their wall and they're pretty ticked off about it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
valid.
Let's be fair. We did not blow up the wall.
Well,
I will take
okay.
I will
You
take
did.
full responsibility for that because somebody sounded like they were getting murdered and there was a wall in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Totally
out-
fair.
someone's outside and they just hear on the other side of the wall Sekald go, FBI, open up. And
Although maybe next time Dimension Door or at least like Misty Step. Because
No,
like,
because those take spell
He didn't
slots
have a
and-
window. I think his room didn't have a
oh,
window.
did you just
either.
cantrip the door? You cantrip the wall away?
No, my trident has a single charge a day use of shatter
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
that I
okay.
can just basically remember when we went into the Sahuagin fortress. I did the exact same way.
yeah,
Yep.
Gotcha.
FBI,
okay.
open up. Yep.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that
I'm
is
gonna
exactly my move.
fly up to the top of the ship and see what's up there.
I will accompany because why am I letting you go alone?
Am I still able to fly? I think I was one of the ones that could fly. Okay,
Everybody
yeah.
but Bryn and Katie can fly.
Actually, do you know what? I think we should probably let the 2 tanks split up if we're going to be splitting the team. So Josul can go with you, and I will stay down with Bryn and Katie.
Okay.
I can carry Katie up the, or I am Katie. I can carry Bryn up the building.
The funny thing
Bryn?
is that tracks with what Katie would actually say. I
Exactly.
can carry Katie up. I'm Katie. I can carry Bryn up the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Those of you flying up, the decrepit-looking hull of a ship is suspended from a crane by massive chains, all of which creak and groan ominously as the ship shifts in the wind. The only apparent access to the vessel's interior is near the bow on the port side. The grate in the hull there belches smoke, while water is flowing along a wooden trough that pours through the grate into the hull.
Smoke.
Yeah, where repeat
Why
that
is
again?
there
Where is that smoke coming
from that?
Um,
A hole in the ship where the water's trickling in?
a grate in the hull, it's belching smoke out of it, that grate.
Like there's a furnace in the boat somewhere.
Yeah,
Seems
I
like it.
guess let's try and find like a trap door or a stairs to head further down into the lower decks of the ship.
Yeah.
Figure out what that is.
Okay, so everybody.
Let me
is
get the
taking
map up
upper
so I
right
have
and going up
reference
on the
as
boat.
well.
All right.
Nudge Sekald. It's too bad you can't do that whole breaking a door open again thing.
So
I
You don't
do
need
have the
shatter to
spell.
break open the door. I mean, like you've got hands.
Yeah, but his was fun.
wait a minute.
It's also expensive.
I think everybody but Katie and Bryn can fly.
It's true. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
So
So-
Katie and Bryn are getting wall walked up because she says she's carrying
Yeah.
like a bridal carrying.
Kat sent that to me in chat. I was like, oh yeah, I'm married.
Sorry, that spontaneously just came to me too.
Small
so-
detail that you don't know about yet in
I don't.
character.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think initially all of us were gonna stay down and we're like, why? Let's just all go.
Yeah.
As you all
Yeah.
move onto the top deck, the stress on the boat causes creaking and groaning from the chains that hold it aloft. They seem to be solidly attached, though, and it doesn't seem like the ship will fall from these chains. But regardless, it still feels like a dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
If
like
we all
precarious.
stand in the middle and
you can
go
see
left
the grate since you're on
and
top
right.
of the deck.
and left and right, we can get this thing swinging.
Let's
I
not
don't
do
think our
that.
goal is to crash this ship into the warehouse before we find out what's in either of them.
Yeah,
Fair.
that.
But that's a good idea once we're ready to do that.
Okay.
We'll let you do that since you're the one who can't die.
I can die. It just takes a lot.
I attempt to find a trap door or just a door leading down.
The grate seems to be.
Is the
Does
only
the
entrance or
Great
exit
look
the
like
grate?
it opens, or does it look like it's stuck?
It doesn't appear to be locked or trapped in any.
Okay.
Ah,
But it's also
Attempt
smoking.
to
But
open
it's
it.
but you think it would make a lot of noise opening it unless you're careful.
Just real quick, I
Ah.
want to just like touch it to see if it's actually like hot. Like, does it feel like this is like a chimney, or is this like just access to the interior and somebody's got a stove going in there?
I'm checking.
Yeah, if it's just smoke, then that shouldn't heat it up. But
Um,
if there's like fire nearby, then that would heat it.
I would say you could safely, like, you have your hands over the grate and smoke, to test how warm it is and stuff. And it's like water vapor or hot moving up. And you're thinking maybe there's a boiler.
Aha. Okay.
Hey. I got a thing. I reach in my bag. Wait. I dig. I pull out a vial. And it's kind of foggy inside the vial. This will make one person into a puffy cloud. I think it lasts for about an hour if you drink it. Somebody could go into a puffy cloud form and float through the grate and see what's what down there before we do anything else.
That's a good idea.
That's
You should
cool,
do
but
that.
how long does it make you stay a cloud? Are you just that for an hour, or can you come out of it early?
I
I'm
think
pretty sure we were told we're a cloud for an hour.
No. I think if you really want to be you again, you can no longer be a cloud, but then the cloud thing is done. Or it lasts for an hour.
I'll drink it.
Katie,
I hand it to your soul.
when did you take that from me?
I gave it to her, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. I was fully expecting it to be one of those situations where I
we
either
still
forgot we were
have
given
ours
it, or she
too.
took
Yeah,
it from
no.
me.
I think me and Sekald both still have ours from when we all got one earlier. So I'm just like, oh, I'll drink it, knowing I already have one in my backpack. I haven't used yet. Okay. I drink it and I stealthily cloud down into the ship to see what's going on. Where is
So
my-
if you're gonna turn, is this the wind? Is this wind walk?
Gaseous form.
It's gaseous form.
Yeah, potion of gaseous form.
Does it take like a minute to turn into a gas?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
I think it's instantaneous.
Whatever the spell is.
Yeah. let me
when
look at the
you-
spell.
Drink this potion, you gain the effect of gaseous form spell for 1 hour, no concentration required, or until you end it as a bonus action.
It's 1 action for casting time. So in
Yeah,
6
so
seconds.
Yep.
action to drink it, you're a cloud.
Okay, so
Yep.
Soul, you're turning into a cloud. And
Uh-huh.
I
I'm
assume
going to
you're going to try to
attempt
be
to-
sneaky.
Yes. I'm going to attempt to stealth into the ship and cloud around to see what's in the ship and come back up to report.
Okay.
What's Josul's speed normally? It's like 20 feet, right? 15?
25.
15.
It's
Yes.
even slower
He's
now.
slower. I know. I love it. You're 10 feet. 10 feet.
Woo!
Well, okay, technically
well-
for a few minutes, he's still affected by fly.
True. So I'm a very fast cloud for a few minutes.
Like a gentle fart.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like
very
a
quick
Dracula
fart.
fog. That shit can move.
My stealth check is 27.
Okay.
So
You are a low hanging cloud.
yeah. I toot around the ship as stealthily as possible till the fly wears off, and then I stealthily move about and come back to the party.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
While in this form, you have resistance to non-magical damage.
My initiative is 24.
Okay.
My maxed initiative.
While I'm getting your initiative, I might as well get everybody else.
Initiative.
For now, this will just be me and Josul.
Rolling.
But the
Hi, my name's Abby.
oh no, what'd you get?
Well, I got a 6, but I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Woo! Except you're not a lucky halfling.
No, exactly.
What did Abby get?
Oh, I didn't roll yet. Hang on.
Okay. How about
I rolled again just to see for fun. I got another 1.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. My youngest is sending me a text message. What am I rolling for?
initiative? Just so
Oh,
like
great.
when it happens, I got it.
Oh, when, not if. Great. I
When
also rolled.
Knowing
something
you guys
happens.
Hey.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So I am clearly like Axel is not paying attention. He's still really entertained by Fly. So
Oh no, what'd you get?
I got a 1. I rolled a 1. So my initiative is 3.
That's 3 1s at this point because I rolled 2.
Okay, I need to know
I'm
what
so
Sekald
glad
got.
we got it out of the way
Sekald
now.
and Bryn got before I tell you mine.
Okay, Bryn, what'd you get?
Oh my God.
Sorry to break the thing, but I rolled a 12 and I got a 20. So
I mean, Josul has 24,
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be up front. So
and Skull.
Got a 3.
Oh my God.
So you know how last time?
So that
I
totals,
Sorry, go ahead.
Total 6.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. What's
You
your?
know how
oh,
last
no, Katie has
time
higher deck.
you said you thought that I got a 15, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Abby would never get a 15. I wrote a 15, so I go 14.
Okay, interesting. All
Hmm.
right. So
Also, Blake, I put the rules for how the spell and potion works in the chat.
Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
I have the spell up as reference. You have advantage on strength and dex and con saves, so that's nice.
Cool.
Right. So you start your turn going in here, and any creature that starts its turn in this area takes 1 fire damage, is poison, till the start of. As you come in here in your gaseous form, it is uncomfortably hot. It's beyond sauna humid. And not just that, but like the water that's making the water vapor is really foul. Like it just seems like it's like stale water.
Okay.
You're getting integrated with poopy water.
Yeah.
Joy.
So you've taken 1 fire damage. This is like at the beginning of your turn before anything else happens. And you're moving in, right? So that's your 10 feet of fly. And as you move in, you can see the air in this compartment is oppressively hot and humid. Wow, like I didn't say that. Clouds of smoke rise and escape through the grate above, like you guys didn't. Billowing from a pair of roaring boilers near the bow. Bolted, this is D7, by the way. Bolted to the deck walls on either side of a large pool of steam and water. The walls, floor, and ceiling of the compartment are thick and shiny with condensation and mildew. Inside the pool itself, you see 3 creatures, and they appear to be.
What do they look like?
I'm gonna send you a picture, not the group, because you're the only one with it. There are 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay. Is this a Discord picture?
Yes. Sorry.
Got it. Oh dear Christ Almighty God in heaven.
Also,
Comforting. I'm sure this is fine.
Okay.
In D7, you can see that there is a doorway coming from the hall that seems to go out towards like the outside. But there's also a door that moves further into D8 to your left.
Well, I can't control or manipulate objects, so I'm just going to flow under the door to the area known as D8.
Okay, so as you come in there, I assume you dash on your turn. No,
Probably.
you're stealthing. So
Yeah, I'm stealthing, so
we're going to give you another 2 turns because it takes so long to fly. For you to get under.
You can use like this for an hour.
Under
or so.
the
right. We've got time.
Under the door, so you take another 2 fire damage as you squeeze under the door easily into the next room. The air in here, as with the previous room, is hot and damp. Perhaps even worse, just because there's no vent for it to go.
Of course.
There are 2 pools of dark swirling water in most of this area. A narrow wooden walkway crosses between them, connects to the doors through the stern and bow. Condensation streams down the walls and drips.
Anything else in this room? Objects, people, creatures, boxes. Hopefully no more of whatever the bloody hell that thing is.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Oh, good. I'm great at those.
Let me double check.
I don't see it.
Missed that. When did you get poisoned?
Because poisoned.
The air.
This is not because you're poisoned. It's just because it's really hard to see things.
My passive perception is 14, but I rolled lower than that.
Okay.
So if I have to use my active perception, my total perception is 5.
All right. Where do you travel through there? Do you just like try to stay on the ground level?
I'm trying to
next
stealth,
the
so I'm
water?
trying to just look like, I'm trying to just look as inconspicuous as a cloud of a near 400-pound merman can be.
You do see a humanoid in here.
Does it look like the other one that I saw, or 3 that I saw in the other room?
No.
Does it look worse?
You see a man, but he appears to not have any skin. But as you get closer, due to your really high stealth and you literally looking like the air around us,
right,
you're essentially invisible. I'm treating you as invisible.
Okay.
You notice his skin's translucent.
We've
And
heard of that. Okay.
this fellow is in the water wearing studded leather armor, and he looks
Okay.
fairly upset with his current situation. You're not sure what that situation is, but he's just like sitting in the water, just looking like he does not want to be here. He has a sheathed blade of some kind, and notice he also has a like.
Got it. So he's a roguey type like myself. Got it. Okay. Well, all right. Anything else in this room? The D8 room, other than the door that goes to D9.
As you slowly move through the place, just notice the doorway on the other side of the room.
Okay. I go over to the D9 doorway and go in there and see what's in there.
Okay. The air in here is thick with the clouds of steam, but you can smell cloves, cinnamon, and ginger as you come through the door. Strange plants hang from the ceiling, featuring thick, twisted vines tangled in enormous bulbs and flowers of sickly yellow hue. Another large pool of water is in here, takes up most of the room. However, it's like a steaming green water. A scarred desk with its legs sawed off is pulled up alongside the pool, and the desktop is cluttered with damp parchment, a wicker platter of raw seafood, and a mahogany box. And sitting in the pool itself is a human fellow that seems to look not quite like the creatures from D7, but has like the same kind of scales. Looks like maybe human.
Maybe human. So there's clearly something that's not human-y about it.
It's hard to tell. He either is like a human that's very sick with some kind of skin condition, or something or other.
I'm assuming he's got the same aboleth goopy problem all the rest of these goopy folk do, other than the three, God knows what the fuck they are. They're in the first room.
There's enough of a difference on his, what you can see, visible condition. I don't think it's the aboleth thing, and if it is, it's like some unique thing.
Oh dear God! So he's even worse than the other ones.
He's dressed fairly nice. Or actually, no, he's not. He's in his PJs, and by that I mean he's wearing swim trunks, and he is sleeping in the pool, completely submerged.
Okay. Lovely. All right, great. And that's all that's in here? Just this dude, a bunch of soggy paper, and some crap on the table?
There's that mahogany box on the desk with those papers and stuff too. Would have also.
How heavy does that mahogany box look?
I mean, that's a good question. It doesn't look that big actually. Like you could tuck it under your arm. Like this is.
Does it look like it weighs perhaps 5 pounds or less?
I will say it weighs 5 pounds. If it's completely hollow and has nothing in it. Mahogany is very dense, right?
Yeah.
So that's
right.
That's where.
Right. That's what I was trying to get the size for. It goes like, do I think I could mage hand it with my arranged ledger domain mage hand?
This is not what's in it, or at least you're pretty sure this is not what's in it. But imagine like a really nice case for an ornamental dagger. That's kind of like the size of this box.
Oh,
like
got
the same
it.
kind
Okay.
of rectangular shape.
Okay.
Maybe if you think there's a dagger in there, it's probably a really fancy letter opener, considering the other stuff that he's got on the desk. Doesn't really seem to be like I'm gonna put a weapon in kind of box.
So because this is a stealth mission, and now I'm curious what's in the box, and I'm a rogue, and this is what I do. And I've never had a chance to ever use my abilities until just now. I'm going to mage hand the box open and then look what's inside.
Okay.
It's locked?
Are you still a cloud,
Give
though?
me.
I am still a cloud.
Because I thought you can't use spells while you're that.
Oh, maybe I can't. You're right. Hang on.
All right.
When in this
No,
form,
I
you
want that
can't-
to point.
Okay, when in the form of a mystic cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects. And any of
All
the
right,
objects
so-
you're carrying or holding are also the cloud, and you can't really use them. Can't attack or cast spells.
Got it. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Could you, as the cloud, infiltrate and just flow into the box? There's got to be air gaps, right?
I just
all right.
realized you have no
If
way of
there's a
turning yourself
keyhole.
back.
I'm going to just cloud into the box and look around to see what's in it.
Me.
It's not watertight.
Give me
I mean-
acrobatics.
Okay, sure.
And even if you can't see inside the box, it doesn't say you don't retain your sense of touch. You could
Right.
feel
Also-
the shape of whatever is in there.
Could cloud around in there and feel about.
Also, for the
Yeah.
amount of distance you've
Just cloud
traveled,
around in there and fondle everything.
Yeah, right. That's totally all right.
for the amount of distance you've traveled, you've taken another 4 fire damage.
This whole place
that's
is
how
on
long it
fire.
took
What
you.
in the hell is this place?
No, it's like it's hard to breathe, like you're overheated. It's like
Steamy.
steam.
Yeah, but a sauna doesn't cause me to take fire damage. This place has got to be like magma.
Imagine
Probably a lot more than a sauna.
Imagine a sauna that never gets vented out and has probably been running for a few weeks.
I imagine it's a bit right.
All right, it's soggy. Okay.
The oxygen
All right.
alone in here would probably be horrible.
Acrobatics check. I'm not great at that. 11.
Okay. You attempt to get inside the box enough to see what's inside. And as
Or
you
at least
do-
get part of the cloud in there to feel around.
And as you do, because the cloud still is your size.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Right.
Also, you like tried to stick your head because otherwise it'd be pointless. You actually knock the box off the desk.
But I can't manipulate objects.
No, you messed up here. Too much
Oh.
of the gaseous form went tried to get inside, and
And
it like
Tooted.
caused it to
Okay.
move over. Is what I'm going with.
Well,
He
since I've
looks like
tooted,
he's starting to wake up.
since I've tooted the box off the
As the
table,
box
I'm gonna
Falls off
I'm gonna
the desk, and the lid
Uh-huh.
opens completely on top.
all right. Well, what's in it?
You see a velvet purse and a tattered book with a florid spiral design on it. And give me a religion check. Want to try to identify this symbol?
I am horrible at that, but I'll try anyway. 11.
No idea.
Okay. Some garbage. Got it. But it's velvet, so nobody puts things in velvet that's not valuable. I know that.
I mean,
I'm
it
a thief. I
definitely
steal
The only thing
things.
you recognize from that spiral, from that intelligence check, since religion's intelligence,
Uh-huh.
the exact same design that was on the wall.
Oh, great. All right.
And he's starting to wake up, and I assume you try to get GTF.
Well, in a spectacular waste of abilities and party wealth, I'm going to. Can I dismiss the gaseous form while I'm in it here?
No.
Oh, it just
Yeah,
lasts
no,
an
you-
hour
no.
period, and that's it.
No, the
You can.
potion says you can dismiss it as a bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then on my turn, I'm going to bonus action dismiss the gaseous form. I'm going to use an action to pick up the potion. And then I'm going to draw my potion from my pack on the next turn I get here, because I have the same potion again, and drink that one. Because then the bag is in my hand and becomes gas like I do. So I leave with the bag.
So the velvet
What an
purse.
Yeah.
What an astonishing abuse of power.
That's what I do.
Here's the
Yeah,
problem.
everything it's wearing and carrying.
There's only one
Everything
problem
is.
with this.
Oh
I
yeah,
like your
for one
idea.
round he's invisible. He's visible, but
It takes an action to drink a potion, but it also takes
Uh-huh.
an action to interact with
It's-
the object.
You
Just-
also get a free object interaction for just
Right.
picking up the potion.
Bonus action dismiss the spell. I action pick up the object, and then on my next turn, I'm going to drink the potion from my pack
and
or
then
from my
move
belt because I have
GTFO.
it on my belt.
I,
and then
I mean, like,
fog my
I'm,
way out of there.
I'm not the DM of the table here, Scotty, so that you do you, but like, I would say that
In-
grabbing a potion is free object interaction, and then drinking the other potion is just your action.
Like opening a door, like a simple action is.
Right, but like
Also-
snatching a potion off a table is little enough economy to warrant a free object interaction, in my opinion.
For the record, I do have a belt pouch that has my potions in it. That's like a ready quick access thing. Because I wasn't sure when I would need these.
So you take the Velvet Person, not the book.
Oh, there's a book? Well, I take that
It
too.
was
So I
I guess
thought the
then.
book was
with the
in the
spiral design.
purse.
Aw.
Both of them were in this box.
You know what? Screw it. I just take the whole box. Then I can still pick up one object. I pick up the whole
Okay.
box and then fog my way out
I'm
of
gonna
it.
be nice and say that like this action on your turn is you getting like so bonus action. You're a corporal. You have the box, and with your thief ways, you've put everything back in the box, and you close the box, and you're pulling out your potion. I'll be nice and say you have all of that in one action. But the next turn is when you can drink the potion.
Okay.
Because that
I'm
was a
still
lot in one turn.
You want me to stealth again to see how stealthy I am while he's trying to wake up? Because I've technically canceled
What's
the
your
action that would have
passive?
justified the stealth I had before.
What's your
My
passive?
passive stealth is 12 before I roll.
You're kidding.
No. My passive stealth is 12 before I roll.
You have a +2 in stealth.
You're not proficient.
No, I have proficiency in it.
If you
My
rolled a
proficiency
10,
bonus is 4.
If you rolled a 10 in stealth.
Yeah, passive basically is like if you rolled a 10, what's your 10 plus your
I
stealth?
think he
bonus?
meant to say that
10,
his bonus
I'm
is 12.
sorry. My bonus is 12. If I passively rolled a 10, then it's 22. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
That sounds
makes
way
more
more accurate.
sense.
Yeah, sorry.
I was
Totally said that wrong. Not what I
was about to
intended
say,
to. Yeah, okay.
Are you a rogue with like 8 decks? What's going on?
No. My dex is stupid ridiculous for a 400-pound merman.
Very nimble merman, though.
Yeah. 18 dexterity. I'm an extremely nimble
Goes,
400-pound merman.
goes with the flow.
Lot of lamps that are shaped like just like the
Question.
soul that he can
Yeah,
hide behind.
exactly.
I don't know how far into the structure he got. Do we hear that box hit the floor?
No, he's on the opposite side.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
on the
He's in
other end of the
D9.
ship.
I
and
couldn't
it's-
tell. I couldn't remember what room you were in.
It's also a torrential downpour outside, so it's probably hard to hear someone more than 5 feet from you, let alone on the other side of the ship.
Mhm.
Valid.
You guys hear the boiler and nothing else for sure. Boiler in the rain.
Sounds like a good black and white video.
Yeah.
Okay. So goes to his turn, and he's like just waking up, and his head pops out of the water, and his eyes aren't quite opened yet. And that is his turn. His passive perception does not get past your passive.
22.
So on your turn, you take another fire damage. You drink it. You turn gaseous,
And then I fart my way out of here.
and you start to get your way out. So
I toot out of here as fast as possible. How much more fire damage do I take on my way tooting out of here?
can you dash?
I can bonus action dash as well as move because
I know,
I'm a
but-
rogue and I do that.
Does it let
Yeah,
you
if he's
dash?
done stealthing, then I don't see why not.
Okay, let me see how
Even
far he
then,
has to
you
go.
could still dash. You just are moving at half speed, so
Right.
it's like 5 feet move, 5 feet action, 5 feet dash versus 10 feet action, 10 feet.
Okay, with you doing the
Move.
bonus action dashing, double dashing, not sponsored for sure. I really hate those kind of businesses. Regardless, it's 30 feet movement for you. It's
Okay.
40 feet to get out of the place. So I'm going to say you take 2 fire because you take the fire at the
2
beginning
more.
of each.
Okay. Got
But
it.
You
Okay.
like, and you're gone. Pretty sure he
All right.
didn't see. You got really lucky, but you're pretty sure.
All right. When I get all the way back out to the party, Josul explains as best as he can
You know
what
he's-
those things look like.
Definitely going to be awake. I'm pretty sure he'll probably notice that.
Yeah, I tell everyone we need to leave now because I just did something that's going to get us in trouble.
Oh.
And there's things down here that
Oh.
look really awful, and I don't know what they are, and they're quite
Okay.
horrible looking. So we should leave as soon as possible.
You describe him. at all?
Okay.
I describe them as best I can, so go ahead and tell everyone what they look like, Scotty. I've got to help my wife with something. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. So let me get the picture of him again. He saw in the where the boiler was, right below you guys. What could only be described as a weird alien creature. It has like white, translucent like skin. The top half of the body appears kind of humanoid with like long, gaunt, thin arms and like kind of like long, weird fingers. The head seems to be, and the neck and shoulders seem to be all merged together as one. But where like the neck would have been, there are gills, and it has like the two eyes here from like normal humanoid thing, but then it has a bunch of eyes going down vertically on it. And the
Up
lower
until
half
that,
of
it
it,
sounded like a lot like a Mirelurk King.
and the lower
Oh,
half
I
of
hate
it
that.
is 4 tentacles instead of legs. And after I describe that to you guys, I will send you the picture. And Cat will not be the first time you've seen this.
Great. I hate it.
That looks straight out of Bloodborne.
I hate
I
this
know, right?
so much. I don't remember why I've seen this before, but I hate it.
Wow. No, not a Mirelurk King, but that's deeply unpleasant.
Jeanette's seen it too.
Well, I guess that's what we followed.
And both of you from the same campaign, but from a different time. And plane. Maybe in Amigas of Shadows. Available on the DM's Guild. Adventurers League. It kind of sucks as an adventure, but it's still fun to do.
I'll have to refresh my memory on that one later. Anyway, okay, so we're getting out of here, yeah? Oh boy. We can't fly anymore because I assume it's been longer than 10 minutes, right?
No,
But why would you assume that? It hasn't, like,
No,
he just
not
got
even.
in, got the
Oh,
shit got
yeah.
out.
Oh,
it's been maybe a
then
minute.
yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
We haven't checked inside the warehouse.
We can fly.
Well, he said he said he checked inside the warehouse and he saw monsters, right?
No, the boat. He checked inside the boat.
Yeah.
He didn't
Mhm.
go in the warehouse yet.
All right, well then let's get off the boat and go into the warehouse.
Yepper.
All right, so I assume you guys like fly over top and around to the front. It doesn't matter too much, but
Yeah.
Hop on, Bryn.
okay.
Do we have like
Here's
a
what-
window
here's what you
or
missed.
something?
Uh-huh.
Everybody's going. They're flying away. That's it. That's all you
I
missed.
describe what they look like, and everybody goes, "Nope."
To clarify, you saw these things in the boat or in the warehouse?
The boat.
3 of them right there.
On the map in D7.
I point directly below where we are.
It's hard
And
to
then
tell.
there's
on the
somebody who
map.
looks like a rogue that's infected by aboleth crap in the next compartment. And then somebody who looks like some sort of spellcaster that's in the next compartment that looks like something I can't even identify and have never seen before, but was once maybe human and has some horrible skin
You
disease.
describe their clothes and demeanor
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yep.
Bryn, I think you know who this might be, but maybe not, just because he said their skin was.
As soon as we hit like solid ground, look over at Josul. What you got there in the box?
Just something I managed to pilfer from said sleepy compatriot in the last compartment, of which he's probably going to be upset that we took it. Should we just shatter that arm and cause the whole ship to drop from here, or do we want to try and fight them?
let's-
I would love to do that.
Maybe not.
Okay.
They're all monsters. They're probably better off dead.
Okay, hang on. Why is
You
your
hear
maybe
from
not?
the other side
well-
of the warehouse, like a.
Time to maybe get scarce and hide.
Okay. There somebody I know might be in there.
Is this a good somebody or a not good somebody?
Well, considering they're either consorting with or are monsters, I'm gonna assume a bad somebody.
Oh wait, let's hear what Bryn has to say about him.
I'm sorry. It's the smoke.
It's quite awful. I say, pointing to my burnt
it's
skin.
really bad.
Do you need some help there?
It's a burn. I'll be all right.
So can you, Scotty, before I make an ass of myself, can you write me real quick and tell me who I think that this is if we're like
I'm pretty sure we're on the same
Is it who-
page, but I don't
Okay.
mind you clarifying.
okay.
Did you show them the art of what these things are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know why I was like, no.
So to
I
clarify,
haven't
why was
shared
Jeanette?
the
Why was
picture
Katie?
of this weird fellow in the desk room to you because the image that they have in the adventure is not how I like to think he actually. It's a bit.
Oh.
Above
Okay.
table, I have a
I-
question though. How substantially different does this fellow that you shared in the chat look from the dead Sicilian that we saw before we left?
Not even close.
Not even a little bit, because like those lower appendages certainly seem like a.
I mean, actually, we'll put a pin in that. I think Bryn was about to say stuff, but
Sorry, go ahead.
you might be going somewhere with that.
I think that describing the kind of clothes, maybe not who they are right now, but I think they used to be the owner of this warehouse, Mr. Dory.
Right?
Hmm.
Wait, that's like he's like a important dude in this town, right?
He's one of the 4 council
is.
members. As you guys.
How high up did you say that boat was?
Give me idea
The
of
warehouse
where
is
I'm
3 stories, and the boat itself is hanging over the watery muck. At the 3rd story.
That means if we drop it, it's gonna splork and not break into pieces. Damn it.
I mean, it would still hurt anybody that's in it when it drops.
You could tell from this how this warehouse
There's still gonna
is the crane that's holding it up. It's almost like this warehouse was made to repair ship originally.
I'm just going to put my foot out there and say, after a lot of thinking, I think that I need closure. So even if you don't go in there with me, I'm going in there.
If you're going in there, I'm
We're
going.
going with you. The question is, are we going in to the warehouse first sneakily? Or are we saying, fuck this noise and dropping a ship and leading with that?
I'm of the opinion that the most information we have available, the best decisions we can make. Let's scout the thing first, and then we can open.
I scouted it. I think our best option is to break the arm, drop it into the muck, and kill whatever crawls out.
Oh, you made it down into the warehouse? I thought you only.
No,
explored
I
the ship.
scouted the ship. The ship is where the target is. Then we drop the target, drop the boat onto the ground, kill whatever crawls
Well,
out.
we don't know what Axel's
We don't
saying,
know
that
if
there
they've
could
got
be
extra
something
people
worse
inside.
inside
I'm sure
the
they do.
warehouse. But if we do, then we've alerted everybody in town who might be a little annoyed and
All right.
or with
I haven't-
crossbows.
I feel
I
like a
haven't
little annoyed is
dismissed-
better than like dead and turned into Abaddon's goo.
I
Yeah?
haven't dismissed the gaseous form yet.
You have to talk to us.
Oh, I can't talk when I'm in gaseous form either.
Mhm.
Good lord, man, this spell really sucks now. You used to
It's
be able to do
used
cool
for
stuff with it.
infiltration, and that's basically
Yeah,
it.
but you used to be able to talk with it. It was really funny. You
If
could
you-
gaseous form and scare old people with it. It was great. We
That's
did
what-
it in another
That's
campaign.
what Windwalk is, and it's the higher level version.
Oh, that's lame. All right. Well, anyway, all right then. All right. Well, I got this potion of invisibility, so I can go check out the warehouse if we can get through one of the doors or the windows.
I
I-
recommend this thorough investigation, but I am fine with just breaking the arm and letting us begin with the whacking of things.
Let's use the kick the door in method here after we know what's inside the warehouse. Because if
Excellent.
there's 12 more of those things in there, we can't take that many all at once.
What are you trying to say, Bryn?
I could use lock picking and open the door. We
Yeah,
don't have
let's
to
do
kick
that.
it in.
Okay. Good.
I also have a second invisibility potion if you want to take some backup.
And just as a
Maybe
just
an
a
extra
demonstration
one
of
just in
largesse,
case.
I also still have the potion of gaseous form myself.
Where'd you guys
Well,
get
we
all
have
a-
this?
I
I
am not
used
have an
sneaky in the
invisibility potion.
slightest.
I used my potion to get out of there because I had to dismiss the first potion to pick up the box
Oh.
and then use my
Wait,
potion
you
to
had
escape.
one?
Well, yeah, but I
You
needed
took
it.
mine?
You offered it. I had one just in case.
All right,
Scotty.
let's argue and talk, argue and walk.
Scotty, were you asking where we got all of those?
I think you made them.
No, We got them as a reward. Well, actually, we got them as support from the townspeople when we first went on.
Every
one
one
of
of
our
us
other
got a
quests.
potion of invisibility, a potion of gaseous form,
Yeah,
and
when
a
we-
small
And
amount
some
of
of us
coin.
didn't give them back, even though we
And-
didn't use them.
Yeah.
They told us we
Yeah.
could keep them as they had already
Yes.
written it off.
Mhm.
as
Right.
Part of the.
So we
part of our
all
reward.
just kept them.
During
what's our best
Sahuagin
bet?
invasion.
real quick before
I
we
could-
get too far,
Yeah, for the
Axel
Sahuagin
was
invasion.
on something. With the looks like the Cecilia guy that you guys found before. Actually, you can roll me in nature.
Nature, you say?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's a flat fucking roll. But it's still an 18, so
Okay. From the way that he described it, these creatures maybe could have been one of those at one point. But that also equally could have been anything else, no Nablin, any other humanoid. But it could possibly have been some of these kind of creatures corrupted by
how
Nablins.
delightfully ambiguous. Okay. But in any case, so I guess we'll let Bryn do her lockpicking business and check out the warehouse.
Also, Blake, I sent you another private message in Discord. That is not how he looked, by the way.
Oh, he looked different than that.
Like
Okay.
that
let me-
picture is at like an 11. Think of it as Think of it as like
Oh,
a.
this picture makes me more sick than the other one did.
Think of it more like toned it down to a 7. Right now it's at like a 11 out of 10. Bit much.
Oh, they saw I was eating something when I looked at that. Oh my god. What?
For those wondering,
Okay.
it's the picture of Mr. Dory, and in the adventure he looks more like he's a freaking undead, and he's not. Anyway, sneaking. Sorry.
Well, in that case, I look over at Axel and I go, if you still have your gaseous form potion, we don't even need to pick the door. I could gaseous form right under it. Go inside, check out what's inside, and come back.
I mean,
But that would use up all of our gaseous form potions.
Are you guys talking
Yeah,
about this
that
in the
is
middle
a
of the
concern.
street? The heavy rain?
but like
It's
under,
raining like London in here. They
Probably,
can't hear
like,
us 10 feet from
sneaking
where we're
along the
standing.
side of-
Yeah.
The wall.
Okay.
and
I'm
certainly
being
in low
quiet.
tones. Like we're not going to be arguing about this in the middle of the.
I'm going to
fucking
be as
road.
quiet as I can for it raining so loud I can barely hear myself talk.
The benefit of doing invisibility is if you do find something in there and you decide to deal with it, you can get at least one good sneak attack off before
All right. Well, I'll use my own potion of
we kick the
invisibility
front
since
door
I
in. And
borrowed Katie's gaseous
So-
form potion without asking.
you are very sneaky and quiet. Bryn is very sneaky and quiet. I think both Katie and Sekald are a little bit as well.
I'm sneaky.
I know the two in plate mail are not going in.
Well,
I'm
why don't I
sneaky.
just go in as a scout mission first to see what's inside before we try to infiltrate?
I'm sneaky, but I also do better at range. So if something happens,
Oh.
I can be at the door.
I'll just infiltrate first.
Sounds good.
Bryn, you got that lock?
Oi!
Yeah.
You hear as you turn over, as you guys are like at the side of the warehouse, and you can see coming down the street is a guard patrol, and they're like, "What brings you out here so late at night near the warehouse district? Seems a little suspicious."
A puddle tried to eat me. We're looking for it.
I'll be the
They
I'll-
like
I'll-
kind of chuckle a bit.
I'll be like give him that big friendly grin that I always give everybody. It's just we're hunting mass murderers. Shh.
Wait, we are? Oh shit.
They give one eyebrow, probably thinking you are that mass murderer.
Persuasion
Why don't we
check.
do like a
There are there are six
I
of us,
will-
and
why
they
don't we
think
do
we're the
either-
mass murderer.
I will absolutely do a persuasion
murderers.
check on this guy.
give me like either
Oh.
as a group, either give me like a persuasion or deception.
I opt for persuasion. I'm good at deception as well, but I opt for persuasion because more than one person can help me do it.
24.
And this is like essentially like a big charisma check for the whole group.
Yeah, no, 24.
Josul's persuasion check is 28.
Or for Katie.
21. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. I guess Abby's good too.
I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 17. So a 17.
Oh, lucky.
So you know what I got for my initiative?
So both you and
Oh,
Katie
wait,
look
hang on,
suspicious, but everybody else well beyond past. Don't worry. This is a group check, so it's like if the majority. has to
Katie
pass.
looks at the nearest puddle, jumps on top of it. Psh! Nope, that's not the one that got me. And I keep looking.
You guys say that stuff like you're looking for serial killers and stuff, and the guards are like, "Oh, well,
they're
that gives us less work to do then." You all try to stay dry now, as they continue their patrol down the street, but you do notice that they seem uncomfortable around Sekald and Katie, but don't make anything of it.
I'm a Sahuagin. That's nothing new.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You might not be the. Actually, Josul would know. He's probably not the first Sahuagin that's open.
But I'm not the first Sahuagin to get that kind of a reaction either.
True that. They all get that reaction generally, at least on these streets. Okay. Well, in that case, then once the guards are out of the way, pick lock and invisibility potion into the warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
And
haven't
picking.
already rolled it,
Bryn's
It
picking.
was.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Bryn.
What is that?
You add a D4 to one ability check of your choice. I assume the picking of the lock.
Oh, Josul, you are no longer poisoned. That was just when you were in that area.
I hope to God I wasn't. I was like, all right, so how do I do all this from the poisoned condition since apparently it's permanent?
No, poisoned. Luckily, it's only disadvantage on attacks and saving throws. So, like your skill checks.
Oh, thank God.
That's why
That's good.
I specified the perception was more of lack of vision than poison.
Got it.
25.
Okay.
I stealthily opened the door quietly, invisibility potion myself, and stealth in. My passive stealth is 22.
Okay, real quick. Who else going in?
I think initially it was just Josul.
So who's not
was
going
gonna
in
do a-
is probably the better question.
Everyone is staying outside except for Josul.
Okay.
You're just scouting, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Or-
gonna
okay.
engage anything.
I'll keep the same initiatives we have.
Can I, when he's going in,
Mhm.
can I walk back up the building to the roof and hunker down and like look out?
After his turn.
Okay, fair.
When we get to your turn.
May I throw out an idea there? Scotty, the roof. We probably saw it while we were flying around everywhere.
Mhm.
Does it have like windows and points to actually see inside the building?
Or
Mentioned
is it-
last time the warehouse has no windows, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, from the
Okay.
map, there's no windows on any of the floors.
I was looking at that, but I couldn't tell if there was a rooftop because it just says ground floor, first floor.
This
second floor.
warehouse does not meet OSHA's safety standards because there are no windows.
I actually really like the picture for the adventure itself, which is this warehouse with the boat hanging. I'm going to post it for you guys just so you get an idea of what the roof looks like. I'm going to say there are windows throughout first and second. Some of them are boarded up, some of them are.
Oh, that roof is not climbable. Never mind.
Unless you're a monk.
Yeah. Hi.
She's a monk, like.
Or Batman.
Uh-huh.
I'm Batman.
But think of it,
Same
for those at home, it's like my background here, where it's like
Hey,
very
no fair. That
high
picture
inclines
shows windows.
with tiles, right?
He just said now there are windows.
Just not on the
Yeah,
ground
are
floor.
there any that we can
The
see
map
in,
shows no windows.
or are they like too
Not-
filthy
Not
to?
from the ground floor, and you think even if you got up to them, you would have to like.
Hmm.
This is a
The
warehouse
sudden
section of town.
And
Something.
the sudden prestidigitation clean of a perfectly disgusting window is probably going to alert somebody.
In a torrential downpour equivalent to that of average London rain that we can barely hear 5 feet from where we're standing. Yeah. Suddenly being able to see the rain might alert a few people.
You the door easily picked open, and you barely open up the door just enough that your belly can get.
There's a lot of belly, so it's not an understatement.
And
So about
I'm gonna.
opened halfway.
Who's opening the warehouse door?
Me.
It's a warehouse.
I have 22 passive stealth.
It's a warehouse door. I'm gonna need a. Actually,
Wait,
no. I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
go with
wait,
your
wait.
stealth on this. You very, very carefully.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to do.
Doesn't interacting with an object break invisibility?
No, if you hostilely interact with an
If you
object,
cast a
then yes.
spell or attack.
Casting
Yeah.
casting a spell or attacking. That's it.
Okay. I'm thinking something else then. Sorry.
After
I could go invisible and pick everyone's pockets, take the weapons off of their belts, take their pants off of them. No one's going to know. But the minute I try to stab the guy in the back, I'm visible.
Oh, so you're a Skyrim thief. Okay.
Yeah. I'm invisible. I'm just going to go in there and de-pants everybody. It's great. All right.
So, after Bryn gets the door unlocked, you all see that the warehouse, one of the warehouse doors goes like. So like it peeks open a little bit for like just a little look in, and then opens up a little bit more, and then just feels like I. But you eventually get in, and I assume you close the door quietly.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Quietly and stealthily behind me. And then
Do you have dark?
No one has dark vision except Sekald.
Okay. That's fine. It's just more of how much of this is low light and what isn't. The warehouse is lit up from the inside. It seems like hooded lanterns.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
The interior of the warehouse is piled high with crates, boxes, and packages. Most are marked with alchemists' personal symbols, and fragile or handled with care are written on them in common. The closed door offers a way into a walled-in area in the northwest. You're in D1, but the northwest one is 2.
Mm-hmm. Ground floor, the
Mhm.
ground floor
Mhm.
part. Okay.
Mechanical lift stands along the south wall and to the east. 2 iron spiral staircases rise from the northeast to the southwest corner. More importantly, you hear a subtle croaking noise in here. But you don't quite see anything yet, but you can hear like the flapping of wings as well.
I'm going to look around in the air as well as on the ground just to see if I see anything both flying or standing around.
Okay.
My passive perception is crap, so I might have to roll.
No, you're fine. And you're being sneaky enough that you could end up like right next to the thing and it won't notice.
Right.
Or you'll notice first.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
You are going through this maze of crates, and then you go to fly, and you're going around, and you notice on top of some of the crates are these very bizarre looking. They appear to be giant toads, huge leathery wings instead of the front legs that a toad normally has. And when I say huge, I mean like large size creature.
Oh dear Christ Almighty!
So they're like maybe just barely large size. But it's because of the big leathery wings they have, and instead of the back hopping legs, it has a long reptilian tail with a stinger on it. And you see 3 of them, and they seem to be just sitting there perched on top of the crates and stuff, looking pretty bored. Looking around.
Do they look more animalistic in movements, or do they look more like intelligent in their movements? Like, do I see some intelligence behind their eyes, like they're intently looking around, or do they look like animals that are bored sitting about?
Roll me insight.
Ooh.
I like Sirenscape is going, by the way. Anyone watching?
17.
Yeah, this is the suspenseful music.
17. They seem to show some form of sentience, but very basic, like just barely. Like smarter than a dog, but just smarter.
Okay.
You notice a little rat skitter by in the warehouse, and one of these creatures, it very noticeably moves across the warehouse. Like it's through the middle of the floor, and one of these weird toad creatures seems to notice it, and its like eyes look down at it, and it like jumps off the crates, and it just glides down, and just, and then it
like a frog just eats it whole.
Yeah, and then it flaps back up and goes on top of somewhere.
Now, do they like look like it was going to use its tail to poison it, or did it just gulp it up and that was it?
It just grabbed it with its tongue real quick. Its mouth looks big enough it could swallow you whole. Like this was like the tiniest of snacks. This is like grabbing a Jolly Rancher.
Got it. All right.
Actually, a piece of popcorn would be a better.
Lovely. Okay. Large-sized swallow-whole frog monsters. Great. That's not the oddest thing I've seen today, and at least it didn't make me almost retch. Anything else in this place that, other than D2, of course, that was of interest?
Roll me perception, since you're looking around and listening around.
23.
Here, through that opening where the crane is up above, you can hear something up above. You think it's more the croaking of these creatures, but then you realize it's slightly lower based, and you can actually hear a pattern in the noises. And it almost sounds like a song, but subtle, quiet.
I am both disturbed and intrigued.
Singing to itself.
I am both disturbed and intrigued.
So it's kind of like a...
One could say I am very distrigued.
Something like that.
Oh, all right. Great.
You hear up above, through the floorboards, you can hear just like something heavy slithering up there, and it's where that croak.
I might not want to know what that is, but I'm gonna have to find out.
You'll know from another campaign.
Oh, I really don't want to know what it is now. All right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. This isn't the demon of song, is it?
I really hope
that one
not.
actually sounded nice. That was the point of it. I think it was kind of like a siren song.
Yeah. I move over to the, what is it? D2 door there. Is that a door or just an archway?
Good. I have 50 tabs open. There is a door. 24 stealth.
Of course.
You're able to easily move around the crates without being seen by the weird frog, bat creature things. And you get to that door, and let's see what happened. You explode.
Great. I choose to take it later.
You can see that this has on the door, listed up on the door frame above, in common, office.
Does this office seem like it's locked?
Not from what you can tell.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have a lock on it of any kind. It's got the normal like the handle.
Knowing that there's probably no easy way to stealthily open an office door when somebody may potentially be in the office, I'm not going to make the mistake of just creaking the door open and revealing that there's an invisible creature here squelching about the warehouse. So I decide to do that on my way out so that everything looks like it's falling to shit while I'm leaving. So I go to the staircase and move up to the first floor.
With your passive insight, I would say, so I'm pretty sure you don't have negative in wisdom. No, this would be like a 10 or higher passive insight. This door doesn't appear to be locked, but it doesn't look like it's old or anything. Like, compared to the ship, this warehouse is actually, for a warehouse, fairly well managed. And this door looks like it could open just fine. If you're very careful, you're pretty sure you couldn't make a noise.
Well, my only problem with that is if I stealthily open the door and somebody's in the office looking at the door, they're going to notice the door open by itself.
Mhm.
So there's no stealthy way to do that without revealing that there's probably someone invisible here. And if there's anyone with any intelligence here other than giant frog monsters, they'll know that somebody invisible is squelching around the warehouse. So I'm going to do that on the way out so that if everything goes to shit, I can have my friends right next to me. And I choose to go to the first floor instead. So I find a staircase and squelch my way up to the first floor.
Which one do you want to go to? With that 24 stealth, you can wherever.
I go to the closest one, which is the one on the bottom left.
Gotcha. For those wondering, the
Screw
door,
that one in the top right. It looks scary.
because we've been talking about compass stuff, and the viewer cannot see the map that we're looking at. The warehouse doors coming inside was on the north part of the warehouse. So you were coming in from the north side, and
Yep.
this office is all in the northwest side, and you're going to go to the northeast stair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to easily get past the these weird watchdogs, so to speak, and you get to that spiral stairway, and you slither your way up there quietly. Meanwhile, outside, you all just sitting here waiting patiently for him to come back.
No, I'm going inside.
Oh, God damn it.
Kicks the door open after unlocking it. I'm coming in.
Are you going invisible?
No, I'm just gonna be very stealthy. I don't
That's-
have an invisibility.
I'm offering it to you.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go.
I'm about to walk up the building, and then I see Bryn take that. I'm like, oh, I take my invisibility potion.
Dear God, don't let her go in. Somebody stop her.
We don't know about the frogs, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Damn
just
it.
going because Bryn's going.
Both of them make like the Dragon Ball Z abridged instant transmission noise, where it's like, and they're both invisible.
roll for stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Both of you roll for stealth.
Let's see. 25.
18.
Okay. And I assume where you're okay, so you guys come inside. Let's see your passive.
I'm just gonna guard the front door and wait until
Mhm.
somebody tells me to move.
Something tells me that's going to be soon.
Bryn?
I have no idea where Bryn actually is because my passive is low.
Bryn would immediately spot it, but Katie would follow her eyes, and then that's when you guys see the weird frog things top of the crates. And you're able
I'm
to
probably
easily
oblivious.
keep yourselves hidden from them.
You can't follow our eyes. They're both invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Your passive perception's 12. These things are not trying to hide.
Oh, okay. I see frogs with wings. I'm like,
Katie, don't.
You can see to your right appears to be an office, and you see a bunch of crates everywhere, and they list like fragile, keep away from flammable.
is
Do
this
I-
frog with wings a beast?
I would say these things qualify more as an aberration than they do anything, but I'm not the dungeon
You
master.
can roll nature or arcana for these if you want.
I got a 10.
How about Bryn?
I got a 12.
You have no idea what these are. There must be some kind of weird frog-like creatures.
Hmm.
Maybe some kind of chimeras.
Did Josul ever say where Mr. Dory was?
But yes,
In
I
the
told
boat.
you he was in the very back part of the boat on top of the
Okay.
warehouse.
Then I'm not gonna mess with the. I'm not gonna mess with the office. I'm just gonna go to the boat.
You know that the boat is up really high up. So, and you guys are on the ground floor.
Mhm.
So you'd have to go up to the 3rd story, which is listed as the 2nd floor on the map. So, which spiral staircase would you head
I have
towards?
to look at the map.
While
Where's-
she's
where-
looking at the map.
I would say you get to the
Hey.
middle of the room and you notice that there is a spiral stairway on each opposite corner of the warehouse. One in the northeast, one in the south.
Katie is looking at the froggy with wings
No.
Okay.
and is drawing a trident out of her bag of holding,
Mm-hmm.
little bit at a time, until the whole trident comes out. And she's holding her trident of fish command. And she's looking at this froggy she can see.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to... Is it within 60 feet of me?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt...
I assume the closest one.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to attempt to cast Dominate Beast from my Trident of Fish command on this froggy.
That's gonna break invisibility.
Hell yeah! I don't actually know that as Katie. I know that as me. Remember, Katie's not a magic user. I don't know how these things work.
I didn't explain it.
And Bryn, which one were you heading to?
I'm gonna go to the southwest one.
Cool. So you're going the opposite one. That
Yes.
cool. Sweet. You
Sorry.
go to cast it with the trident.
Mhm.
And as you're getting ready to do that, upstairs on the next floor, for Josul,
Uh-huh.
this area looks like D3. Looks like it's used for long-term storage. Kind of dusty
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Many of the crates here, you can see some of them are listed as just random things. With your smuggling expertise, they appear to be things that may or may not be legal. Like maybe the stuff is like, maybe it was legal at one point and now it's not, or maybe it is
Got
right
it.
now, but it's not worth trying to move it right now. It's in legal limbo.
Right.
Um,
Got it. My kind of freight.
some of the names you recognize on here as property of like a company that had disbanded about a year or so ago, that kind of legal limbo.
Totally
as well.
stolen and ill-gotten goods too.
No.
My kind of freight.
No, not stolen. Maybe like that company, this is where they had put it, and then the company disappeared and they haven't liquidated everything yet.
Possibly.
That's what I'm saying.
Or stolen.
This is like,
could be both.
This is like, you could technically steal it, and it would be really
but
hard
if you're
for anyone to...
stealing stolen goods, is it really stealing or is it just liberating? It's already stolen.
True.
You can't steal it again. That's silly.
You're guessing that this is at least a few hundred gold worth of equipment and supplies. But as
I may come
you
back for it
are-
later if I don't blow the building up. Oh,
Up-
sorry. If
as you-
Katie doesn't blow the building up.
Yeah, as you get up here and stuff, you can see the square opening that is on the east side of the first floor. And sitting on the ledge of it, with their back against a pile of these crates, is a large creature. Think Jabba the Hutt, but a little skinnier. Think like more buff than fat. And
Oh, God.
they have 4 arms.
Oh
And
God, I know
two
what
of the
this
arms
is.
are leaning back on the crate, and the other 2 have
Cat, we know what this is. We encountered one in the trackless sea.
you counted a
You
few
do?
in the city of
Ah,
glass.
we did in this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me get a picture of you guys.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Cat. I see the realization on your face.
What?
We're in the city of glass, I think, and we encountered some that were
Oh,
shopkeepers.
great.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But this one's not a shopkeeper.
They have a
though.
whole district to themselves. Cool.
God damn it.
It has.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
has
that's what I'm saying. Too.
just 2 scimitars, and it just seems to be sharpening them on each other while
just
singing to
2
itself.
scimitars.
You see another 2 that are sheathed on its belt around.
That's
As it has
4
4
scimitars
arms.
that are large sized. Nothing like 8d8 scimitar to the face every
Big-
round.
Big toad-like mouth, with teeth inside.
Swallow whole.
Very sentient. Seems like they do have a whip as well.
Okay.
And you're thinking maybe this is the owner of those frogs down below.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna attempt anything because anything I do will reveal my location. So I continue to, I guess,
The crate is
because
open
I'm
next
not
to
going
it.
to know that anyone came in downstairs. So I'm just gonna keep going upstairs to D4 just to make sure I've scouted every floor of the warehouse before I come back down to my compatriots,
Okay.
which I'm assuming are waiting outside, like I think they're doing.
Okay.
He is
And on-
deeply unpleasant.
At that point, we go back to Katie. Katie, you have your trident of Fish Command.
Fish
right?
command. Yep.
This is, I believe that one specifies creatures with swim speed,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Innate swimming speed.
They do have an innate speed.
Sweet.
I mean, they wouldn't be my guide otherwise. Now I think about it.
I know.
They,
I was hoping.
I'm looking up the thing.
It's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
You go to cast it at them, and there's a visible like a noise. Is it somatic and verbal spell? And you become visible, and the creature notices you, like
Yep.
as it looks right at you as you do it, and it hits it, and it just goes, whoa, just dissipates and doesn't do anything, and it goes, and the other 2 go, and it leaps at you as we go into initiative.
Shit.
And since we're keeping our initiatives as we had them before, Katie, you get to react. Actually,
I do?
Bryn gets to react first. So Bryn,
I was gonna say I think I have a 6.
Bryn, the frog things seem to have noticed
Wait.
something in the Katie direction.
You're already up half up the stairs, though.
Am I
aren't
half
ya?
up the stairs?
You're maybe 10 feet away from the stair.
Oh, 10 feet away from the stairs. So I noticed what's
'Cause you're
happening with Katie.
Because you're sneaking, so you're not going full speed.
I go, oh no! And then I pull out my crossbow, and
You say that
I
out loud?
fire. Yeah, I say, oh no.
The nearest one, like one of its toad eyes, like looks over here.
Ugh.
Well,
I mean, it's gonna
pull out-
notice in a second when she shoots.
Yeah.
I pull out my crossbow and I aim for the one that's going straight for Katie.
Okay.
Ooh, that would have been bad if it was. I can't do math. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, it would have been bad. It was on a 7. I thought it was on a 1. And then it flipped to the 17 at last second. Do I get just sneak attack for range weapons too, or no?
If you're within the first range increment, I know within 30 feet, which I would say, I think you are.
I think it's within the first range increment because it just has to be within. Is it 30? Either way.
I'm going to be nice and say you're going at the one closest to you, and you're within that.
You said I was 10 feet from the
from the spiral
stairs.
staircase.
Okay. So
You
I
see
wouldn't
that great pile on like the south wall, like on top of that great.
I want to go for the one that's going for Katie.
They all like
As-
one alerted
long
and then
as
the other two
she's-
alerted, and that one closest one to you noticed. You went, oh no.
Yeah, as long as it's not in her second range increment, which would get disadvantage, there's no range on sneak attack.
The other two would be in your.
If I ran up,
Wait, what
would
what
they
weapon
still
is this
be
again?
my crossbow?
Light crossbow? Or heavy crossbow?
Hand crossbow.
Okay. Hand crossbow for strange is 30.
Second now.
30 and then 120.
30, 120.
Okay. The one that you think is closest to Katie would be outside of the other two would be in.
Even if I were to move up?
If you move up, you would be able to.
Okay, I move up and then I shoot at it.
Okay. And you hit with that roll?
Yep. And I gotta get one more dice out. Oh! I need my calculator. Alright.
While she's doing math, Scott, can you copy paste everyone's initiative?
Yeah.
You don't have to sort it out, I'll do that, but
Sorry, I'm noticing now that I'm running these creatures for the first time, I had some wording on some of their things. Anyway,
It's not much, it's 24.
24 damage?
Yes.
Okay. You goes straight through one of the leathery wings, and it screeches in pain.
Is it dead?
No.
Wow.
Looks like it really hurt. And you do anything else in your turn? 'Cause that was move in action.
I'm not invisible anymore, am I?
Nope. After you attack.
Am I close? I can't use
you could
my,
dash as a bonus action to get closer to Katie.
I guess I will. I can't use another. I can't use an attack as a bonus action, right? For
No.
if I use a ranged weapon, I have to do melee. Okay, then I will use dash to get closer to Katie, and I go in front of her. I don't know.
Okay.
It's the code. It's the
wait.
code.
Whoops. I sent a message.
I'm like, but it's coming in for a hug. It's fine.
Okay, so that's your turn. After you, Abby, roll me perception at disadvantage because it's pouring rain.
Oh god damn fuck tits.
I assume that's a no.
5?
You don't really hear anything besides the pouring rain. They did close the door behind you. This is literally like 6 seconds after.
Yeah.
It could be 12.
Actually, nah, it's been a
I
month
rolled
or
It's par
so.
for the course if
I
it's
rolled a
6 seconds.
17 and then I rolled a 2.
Okay. You were outside with Axel and just sitting there. Would you do anything while you were waiting, or are you planning on doing anything?
I mean, I'm just basically holding like a cantrip to the
was
second
thinking-
I hear my friends yelling.
I could twiddle your thumbs or something.
Yeah, just trying to look like as conspicuous as possible, but also prepared to throw the door, kick the door open,
Inconspicuous?
and that's the one. Yeah,
Look as conspicuous as possible. I pull
trying
out
to look as
a
casual
serpentine
as
dagger,
possible.
and I crouch and I go,
Try to look
Whistles-
as casual
whistles-
as possible.
Whistles loudly with hood pulled up.
it's a bunch of corn syrup and red dye, and like dips the blade in it.
Yeah,
As
Yeah.
conspicuous.
Oh, and holds like a lantern in hand, has a lantern under belt, and has a lantern on their head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, Katie,
Hi.
you are next, and you realize that the spell doesn't work on them. The eyes that look back at you look a little smarter than you.
Fair.
It's the best way I can describe it, as a wisdom higher than intelligence.
Cool. I sort of sidestep Bryn because she got in front of me, so I kind of step around Bryn to put myself in front of her. And then
she's out of the room at the moment, so she can't react.
I
to you
know,
doing
so
this
she
shit.
can't even argue. She can't even argue with me. And then I am going to I wave my hands, and in front of us, giant octopus.
Okay, where are you putting them?
Between me and the froggy things flying at us.
Up on the crates or on the floor?
Like they're kind of right on the floor, like just in front of us.
Okay.
So the froggies will, like,
Body
they're
shield.
coming for us, but they're literally, like, all of a sudden now there are two octopi in the space
Hit
that
a
they're about
wall
to
of
fly into.
tentacles.
Do they get to act, or do I have to roll for their initiative?
I will say they. Let's see. How does that? How does summon spells work?
I think
in
they
5e?
tell you.
They used to
I-
act immediately, I thought,
Yeah,
but I
they-
don't
well,
know.
they
if
tell you to
say
roll initiative,
but we're not.
But I
doing
always
that.
find it easier to do it with my character so I don't forget them.
Okay. So what I normally do, I think, is they act immediately after. So you do all your things, and then their initiative is like the same as yours, just the less.
Okay, so these two giant octopus appear. They have 15 feet reach. Can they reach the froggies?
Just within, actually, I'll say.
Oh
The
boy.
closest one. The one I was about to leave at you.
Great. All right, so the first octopus will roll a 16 to hit.
Okay. That hits. This is the one
All
that
right.
got hit by the crossbow.
All right, does 12 points of damage, bludgeoning, and grapples the flying froggy.
Okay.
If the other one moves 10 feet, can it get within reach of another froggy?
Up here. So there's like, you see there's like 4 piles of crates in D1.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think the north middle one, the south middle one, and the southwest smaller pile are where these 3 guys are located. The one in the north middle pile is the one that you guys are attacking.
Okay.
Even with the 10-foot movement, that second octopi would not be able to get to the
Okay.
within reach. Anyway. It could ready an attack for when it is
It
in
will.
range.
Yeah, it will ready an attack. So when the one of the frogs flies into its space, it will try to hit it.
And that's your turn in the...
Yep. So Bryn, I sidestepped and stepped in front of you, and now there are 2 giant
I heard.
octopi in front of, but between us and the flying frogs. Also, both octopi are holding their breath because they're not in water right now,
Rip.
and they can do so for up to an hour.
The cold. Roll me perception at disadvantage.
Is that to me?
Yes,
I apologize. I had to take my headset off for a second.
you're fine.
Perception at disadvantage?
Yeah, because there's heavy rain. You might be hearing Jason in the background.
That's my perception. Oh, that's what my perception is.
Or Sean. Jason or Sean in the
Sean, Sean.
Need Axel to save us from our poor
Sean?
perception scores.
He'll be back.
No,
So-
rip.
The first one was a 9.
Okay.
Second one was a 7.
Pouring rain. And this probably you're still getting over that stench that Josul had on him for a bit. From that sickly water vapor stuff. Don't worry, folks. Overlay might be a little weird at the moment, but it will be back when Axel gets back.
What happened to Jesse?
He had to switch to.
He's probably walking the dog then.
Well,
I will be right back real quick.
Okay. Then after Sekald, we go to the Frog Squad, as I call them in
That is
the
the
Zoom chat.
best name.
Mm-hmm.
I should call them the Battle
It's very
Toads,
fitting.
but they're not technically Battle Toads. They would have to be
I mean-
bullywug
No,
monks.
Frog Squad fits better.
Yeah, Frog Squad fits better. Battletoads would imply they have swole arms and legs. These guys don't have legs. So.
That's what I was saying. They would have to be like bullywug monks. to be
Yeah,
Battle
right. Yeah.
Toads. On jet skis and climbing down ropes, kicking things.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
This first one, it was gonna leap at you, but it can't because it's grappled.
Grappled, and it has the restrained condition while it's grappled.
Okay, and then it will definitely try to break free. So
Okay. That
um,
is.
acrobatics or athletics, right?
Yep, and I've got a DC for that.
I got an 18.
Oh, yeah, it breaks free.
That was athletics, so it just like forces its wings to open up from it. And that's the first one. The one in the middle of the room looks in your guys' direction, and you've heard like you've heard like frogs when they're angry and stuff, and they make like the high pitch like noise. That's what this thing does.
This
So-
doesn't war screech at you.
It screeches at you. By the way, these are called. You guys wouldn't know in character. They are called water leapers, and they're based off of a Welsh folk tale story.
I like that.
Um,
Jesse's waiting to come into the Zoom chat, by the way.
Oh, I had like 50 things. Great. Thank you for telling
No,
me.
you're fine. Uh-huh.
He would have been sitting there for a while.
He
Um,
posted a picture of Daffy Duck ringing a doorbell, so I figured he was waiting to come in.
I love the GIF. That was great.
Mine too. It's from the new Looney Tunes cartoon. I love that Daffy Duck as well. It's so awesome.
Let me fix those windows for a bit. But while I'm fixing those windows, why don't I have everybody who's in the warehouse roll me Constitution saving throws as
Welcome back.
I'm on the
Jesse.
second floor. Does that include me?
actually
I don't remember exactly when you dropped, but apparently there are now 2 octopuses in the warehouse as well, and also none of the rest of us know anything that's happening inside because we keep rolling garbage for our perception checks.
Awesome sauce.
yeah,
Domination
actually,
check.
Josul, you would also be rolling. And,
Dear
and
God, I'm up a floor and halfway across the warehouse from this thing. Okay, what is it? A con save? You said?
you're within the range of this streak. But the bad news
Streak
is
must be 150 million
so is
yards.
Jabba the Swole, so he's gonna also have to roll.
Oh, well, all right. I feel less inclined about that. What kind of check was it? You said?
Constitution.
Oh,
That's
good. The one I'm
fucking hate.
terrible at.
Are we
That
all
you
making
named
this?
him Jabba the Swole.
Literally everybody.
Okay, I'll roll for my octopi as well.
Wait, even the
Con.
ones outside.
Can
Oh,
we
dear
hear
God.
it?
Ah, the dice gods were with me.
Just a moment, I'm fixing the.
Got a 9 and an 18 for the octopi.
I assume the ones outside don't need to make the roll.
I
no.
needed to make the roll upstairs through a floor.
No,
If
there's
they're
a-
outside, I think they should make a
The
roll.
only reason you are is because there's an opening in the floor.
Yeah.
But
The
I'm not
stairwells
in
are
this.
open.
Oh, all right. I'm not in the
27 on my
staircase
con
still. But
save.
okay.
And technically, with them outside, they actually, even if it did go through the wall, they're not. You're just barely.
The floor doesn't take sonic damage, does it? Because if it does, somebody's about to get crushed by a 400-pound falling merman. And it's gonna be a very bad day.
Let me look here. You're at the stairway.
I'm past the stairway. I'm not at the stairway. I had to move into the warehouse on the second floor to see, or the first floor to see where the swole guy was, because I moved past the boxes.
Okay. Never mind. You don't need to roll.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like in the warehouse on the second floor. Like, does the floor collapse?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
And neither does the job of the swole, because, like I said, I had to rewrite something on this.
Well, he is actually near the opening.
Yeah.
Because he's leaning up on the thing. So I don't know if he does. If he's near the opening, he might hear it.
All right, so Bryn, we'll start with you. What'd you get for your constitution?
15.
Okay. How about Kade?
Well, do you want to know me or the octopi first?
I'll go to you first, and then the octopi.
I got a 4.
Okay, and then the octopi.
The first one who was holding the toad that got away got a 18. No, a 9, sorry. The other one got the 18.
Okay. So you and the octopi that got the single digit on the con save are paralyzed.
Figured.
By this shriek.
Yep.
And you can repeat the throw at the end of your turn. So that was the second one. The third one is going to swoop down towards the lady with the crossbow. And goes stinger first.
Can my octopi who didn't fail make its attack that it held?
Yes.
Yes! Alright.
Because
tentacle.
This one, yeah, the second one is the one that was holding it.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
8 damage, and the toad is grappled in the sky.
Okay.
It's moving to 0.
So
and it's restrained, so it's got disadvantage.
It didn't get to use its action yet.
It can attack my octopus or try to break out.
I think it would reactionarily switch its stinger from attacking the humanoid to the thing that's grappling it. So it has disadvantage because it's restrained. Ooh. Yeah, a 9 with a stinger does not make it. However,
no.
It also tries to bite at the tentacle. That is that one. Roll me a d100.
Oh. Okay.
It's your on.
D100. 24.
Okay. I guess nothing else happens, it just crits. That's their turns. Meanwhile, as you're about ready to get to the top floor, Josul, you hear that, like, high pitch, like, ee, coming from down below. And then you hear the big swole four-armed toad snail slug thing go from the singing croaking to sounding like a little bit more alert croaking, and hear it start to slither. Probably peek your head because you're not quite all the way up the spiral staircase. And you see it slither to the opening that goes down to the ground floor, and it goes down to the ground floor. So Katie and Bryn can hear like what sounds like the movie Anaconda size, like boom, and then boom, coming down from the opening where the crane was at. Right now, neither of you have visibility of what it is. But you hear like a deeper croaking.
Is that loud enough that people outside could hear it, or no?
The shriek is. For sure.
The shriek is, okay.
Oh, thank God.
The shriek required a
Sekald
save.
are making small talk in her DMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure is ready tonight.
It's
Right.
still their turn. Which is why we were going in initiative order. You know what? I think it will dash. Because it heard the shrieking. And you guys hear a rhythmic croaking. It sounds almost like it would be a language, but it's but it's in like a language you guys definitely do not know. And just coming up like that square that's just to the east of where it says D1, that square that has the D1 in it, right? I thought my dad knocked on the door, and I just see him come over to me, and his tail is just super close. I think he scared himself. Anyway,
Classic cat.
you guys would just start to see this thing coming through the two crates, and it was holding two scimitars, and as it notices both of you, it pulls out another scimitar and a whip, and it goes like "Rah, rah, rah, rah," looking over at you.
Wait for it.
Actually, no. It says, you hear it say in common, very roughly, "What are you doing here?" You know, like a weird, like, barely can understand, like, "What are you doing here?" But not like high pitch, like I was just doing, like a very low baritone.
Oil can!
Thieves! Essentially is what they go with. But they had the dash to get to there. That's their...
Thieves is such a harsh word. Borrowers is what I prefer. We'll give it back if you ask, but not initially.
That was their turn. So after them, Axel. I know you probably aren't available at the moment.
What the hell is going on up there?
You hear that, like, high-pitched, like, ee noise from inside the warehouse.
Where Katie just went in.
But the rain
Shocker, it's probably related to her.
The rain is loud enough that you guys wouldn't hear anything else going on in there.
Okay.
But you hear that.
Well, I am going to.
It's the theme of this entire campaign since Katie has joined. There's a problem. Where's Katie?
Grip my hammer a little tighter and fly my way into the barn door.
You fly your way into the barn door because it's closed.
Into the door, yeah.
I mean, it's
is it
unlocked.
not
We
left-
can kick it. We can kick it open.
Slide it
The
open.
main problem
It's
is
barn
it-
doors.
is
They
the-
slide back and forth.
The main problem is the action economy
Aha.
because the door is closed.
I mean, don't we get one use action thing? Like open door?
Object interaction.
Because you have extra attack, yes. It would just be one of your extra attacks would be used for the object interaction.
I mean, okay. What do I see when I get on the other side of this door?
Everything. On the ground
Okay,
floor, anyway. So you see a bunch of
Relative
crates.
to the front door, what am I seeing?
Okay. Right in front of you, a paralyzed Katie.
A paralyzed Katie. Oh no.
She seems like she got like really tensed, like from whatever that screech was, maybe.
Okay.
And you see up on a bunch of pile of crates these weird frog bat-like creatures. And in between the crates, you see even bigger than them is a big, almost Jabba the Hutt, four-armed swole guy. He's got in 3 of the 4 arms large-sized scimitars and a large-sized whip for them. And you heard him say, "Intruders!"
You also see
How
2
far-
giant octopus.
Yes, and Bryn.
How far away is Jabba the Buff?
Jabba the Buff. He is, since you just came in, 25 feet away. And I'll say it was 5 feet of your movement open.
Okay, great. So I can just get into melee range with it.
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to do exactly that. So I'm going to fly the rest of my movement right up to his face, and I'm going to whang him in the face with my hammer.
Okay.
You're not flying anymore.
Rip.
I've
Still?
cast a concentration since then.
Oh no! So I guess I fall out
Alright.
of the sky and then run the rest of the way.
Right.
But Corey, my ever faithful familiar crab, is going to peek out of my head and give me a health action to help me with advantage.
Hooray.
And that's a nat 20, sir.
Hey, you want me to roll a d100? Or got it?
I'll do it.
Okay. I don't know your current situation, so I wasn't sure if you roll.
37 is my situation.
Okay. I'll say your hammer. This will be hard to describe because this creature has natural armor. But you can knock its AC down by 1.
Okay, great. Well,
So we'll
while
say
I'm doing that, I'm also going
it's
to
exposed.
use a second level smite while I'm doing this.
Okay.
Maybe like
Because he's
crack
clearly
some
the
of the natural armor plating.
Yeah. Some of that good old divine energy just fucks him up really good. So, okay, that's going to be 6d8 for the crit radiant.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get to rolling on those.
I will say ahead of time. I know you're not using the kind of damage type that this would affect. You can just tell me all the damage.
Okay.
Because you're just doing radiant magic bludgeon.
Okay, yeah, 29 radiant damage, just so I can stop thinking about it.
Yep. I'll mark that.
Uh, 18 plus... Okay, 22 magical smashing damage.
Ooh. Okay, so that would be 51
Magical
damage all
bludgeoning.
day. A lot.
Woo! That's how we
It's
open
crit.
discussions here.
So from its health. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna roll a con. Blake knows what I'm rolling.
Oh boy.
It makes
Is it
con
a disease?
save. No, lingering
Oh,
injury
injury.
because you did more than 50 damage in one hit.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
I'm
dang.
gonna say you anime like underhand swipe with the maul, like almost like
Yeah.
dragging the ground upwards, and you like hit it in the stomach, and it like goes upwards into its like ribs or where its ribs should be. This thing
Right.
doesn't seem to really have the same kind of anatomy. Regardless, I'm gonna say that like leaves itself like even more exposed, thus the -1 AC, and it like barfs all over.
Great. Do I have to make a save for that?
No, it just grows.
It's just vomit.
It's just like water. It's not really.
This is medieval times. We've seen worse than vomit.
Sure.
We looked at the mud outside earlier and didn't need to roll puke saves. This is probably less than that mud
And
outside.
of course, with initiative starting, I wanted to make sure I at least got everybody to do something. So I think
Do something like listening to the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Listen
That-
to the rhythm of the falling rain.
that is where we will end it.
Yep. Told Kat just a few moments ago it's exactly what was going to happen in
Yep.
mid combat without either of us doing jack shit.
Okay, fine.
No.
It's fine, yeah.
It's okay.
It's
Nice
perfectly
idea,
it's
fine.
cool.
It's already pretty
Technically,
late.
Josul hasn't got to do anything yet.
I did. I went up the staircase.
And I
No,
got
no.
we're
This-
fine.
The stuff happened when Kade initiatized.
Why don't we pick up with my turn next time? Because my turn's mostly going to be slowly squelching down the staircase for nearly 48 rounds of combat till everyone's already killed
Well-
everything by the time I get there.
I
I have a
mean-
movement speed of practically snail.
What's your acrobatics?
My acrobatics is dice roll +4.
You could jump
Can't-
down the stairs.
I'm not jumping down 3 stories of stairs. I'm a near 400-pound merman that would crush the staircase.
I mean, you could try and land on the frog.
That would crush the staircase.
He'd probably fall through the floor at that.
Oh wait, no, there's
Right.
spiral staircases. Never mind.
Yeah, that'd be ouch, 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 to the bottom. No.
So, that's where we'll end it for the night. And I think we'll go to plugs. And we'll start with Josul, aka Blood.
Oh, well.
And then
that case-
you guys can do the thing I've been doing where you guys pick.
Stay tuned, because we go back into space, where the party has just defeated the almighty Silver Fleet and destroyed the cosmic ooze. However, there's this weird demonic static coming from somewhere. I'll have to figure out how to take care of that. If only it weren't inside a dead zone of space. Wonder how they're going to get past that. You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
I keep ringing Isaac Clarke, but he's just not picking up.
And I will pass that, because I did a rather quick plug that time. I will pass the torch then on to Katie, aka Jeanette.
I think that's me. Hi, I'm Jeanette. You can find me tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on my channel, Uncanny_Adventures. We're going to play some Skull and Shackles, D&D 5e adventure, where our party is, a couple of people are rowing a rowboat into a lagoon to try and have a conversation with the people who live in the tower there. We'll see what happens. We don't know, friend, foe, who knows what's going to happen, but join us then. And I think that's all I have for this week. So I'm going to pass it to Sekald, our Sahuagin wizard.
Nope, cat.
Okay.
Hi.
I
So
love that.
the next thing that I have that will be airing will be Baltimore by Night, which airs Monday. I'm sorry, I can't stop yawning. Airs Monday at
I know
noon
this
on.
game's really boring. I understand.
No, I'm so tired.
I'm pulling your leg. I'm pulling your
Airs Monday at noon on my Crow and Chimera YouTube channel. It's super cool. I tried to look up in the Discord and remember what the fuck happened last time. I can't wait to post the no context spoilers meme image of last time, because I'm looking at it now and I have no memory of any of this. It's so fucking weird. There's all kinds of weird jokes and also some emotional trauma, because that's just what our Baltimore by Night is. It's Kevin making bizarre jokes and half of the group giving him emotional ammunition to use against us, which he does. So yeah, go check that out. And I will pass it to Callie.
Hello, I'm sick. I'm gonna make this quick before. You like Muppets, you like furries. I run a game with both of those on it. It's called Unwritten. Happens every other Tuesday. It's on 8 o'clock every other Tuesday on Fracture Boot D&D. Go check it out. And if you like Muppets, apparently that's all my Twitter is right now. So you can follow me at Cap Callie. Anyway, that's it. Good night.
I think Axel's our last.
I've got nothing new to report right now. We're still working on season 2 of Quantum Rose, but no new episodes as yet. So
Okay.
I will also be found in Retroverse Vaccine Crew next Friday.
Yeah.
And so we're going to try and figure out how to firewall the corruption and keep it from spreading to the entire planet.
Mhm.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And other people will cry, I'm sure,
I can think of at least
because
two.
that's guaranteed. Well, Vaccine Crew is like the cry crew, so.
Vaccine crew. Prepare to cry.
Yeah, Corruption
Cry
Crew just got high and did planning.
corruption crew. Prepare to high.
Basically.
We did a That 70s show. Side tangent. We did a That 70s show when they're at the table in the basement scene. And my druid was like, you know what? For as long as I've known you guys, I'm actually surprised we haven't done this soon.
And then they did this in preparation for taking a fuckload of damage.
Good time.
Yeah.
Great painkiller. But anyway. I guess I will close with saying thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back March 19th. That will be the plan. The next game on this channel will be Rime of the Frost Maiden, March 9th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where the group is in 10 towns, and they're trying to get rid of this dragon that is destroying 10 towns, which is now probably 5 towns at the moment. May or may not be having a session that's not with the crew that has to deal with some of the adult NPCs that have been dragged along and see what they're doing, but that won't be recorded. But it might affect the results next session. We'll see. In any case, thank you everyone for watching. Keep hydrated, but not the nasty kind of water. Make sure it's fresh.
Oh god, not the Abolish kind of hydrated.
Mhm. Yeah, don't stay aboleth hydrated. Nobody wants that.
Oh.
Well, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.